Late summertime weather for the state of Texas this week with not all-time record high temperatures and even the chance for a few more showers and storms today. No hurricanes for us, but oh boy, Florida's got a problem. Let's talk about it in this Monday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Monday, the 28th of August, 2023. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldyinchief David Reimer. Many of you, at least hopefully those of you watching this video, got some rain yesterday with scattered to numerous showers and storms along a slow-moving south-moving outflow boundary that helped drop temperatures in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, especially with some of those rain showers. Unfortunately, south of that boundary, across parts of southeast Texas, the Brazos Valley, and central Texas, we almost hit all-time record high temperatures, set with records back into the 1800s, with high temperatures well over 110 degrees in spots. It was not a pleasant Sunday for y'all, but that is over with. Let's just get on into it. We're going to talk about Texas weather here in just a minute, but let's take a look at the satellite image this morning first. We now have Major Hurricane Franklin in the open Atlantic, maximum sustained winds up to 115 miles per hour. It's going to continue intensifying today. It'll probably make it up to Category 4 status. And then we have Tropical Storm Idalia in the Western Caribbean. That has intensified pretty quickly overnight. Frankly, we've expected fairly quick intensification, but it beat those projections, which isn't good. Maximum sustained winds this morning now at least 65 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 988 millibars. Lower the pressure goes, the more organized the system becomes, and Idalia will likely be a hurricane by this time tonight. And unfortunately, this is setting up to be a very bad situation for the state of Florida. Not all too dissimilar to the last ice storm from last year, and that was Ian. Idalia now expected to make landfall as a major Category 3 or higher hurricane Wednesday morning on the west coast of Florida. This has the potential to be a devastating hurricane, to be frank. Everything you don't want to see if terms of a hurricane this is trying to do. This system has intensified more quickly than expected. It'll probably be relatively steady today, but the pace will increase tomorrow as it gets in the eastern Gulf of Mexico with sea surface temperatures near 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Overall, unfortunately, like Hurricane Michael and Hurricane Ian, both Category 4 plus hurricanes, this is going to be in a similar situation where it may be rapidly intensified right up until it makes landfall Wednesday morning on the west coast of Florida. Unfortunately, due to the west coast of Florida's and that little bend there, the coastal topography in that little shape here, that area is extremely susceptible to storm surge, and we're already looking at the potential for a 10-foot plus storm surge on the west coast of Florida. Tampa Bay at this point, 4 to 7 feet. The only reason Tampa Bay didn't get a worst case scenario with Ian last year is Ian took a right turn. It kept Tampa on the northern periphery of the landfall, or it essentially kept the onshore flow and didn't allow the bay to flood the city. Well, we're going to have a different situation here, so in all likelihood, this is going to be a very significant problem. We've got folks heading out to Florida already this morning to get set up in a safe position to document this and live stream it, and that'll be a Texas Storm Chasers YouTube channel thing, and meteorologist Jason Cooley will be doing a video around lunchtime today talking more about Idalia. But again, this is probably going to be a very bad situation, unfortunately, with increasing potential for an extremely powerful hurricane to cause major problems Wednesday in the state of Florida. Not going to be an issue in any way, shape, or form to the weather across Texas. All right, let's get to Texas. Here is the high-res rapid refresh model for us today. As we get into the afternoon hours, isolated scattered showers and storms popping up in the Panhandle, West Texas, the Permian Basin, the far West Texas, the Edwards Plateau, and then across the Gulf Coast of the state of Texas. Afternoon pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Like yesterday, some of those storms could produce localized damaging winds, microbursts, heavy rainfall, quite a bit of cloud-to-ground lightning, some small hail, and we're going to also have to watch for any wildfires that may get started from cloud-to-ground lightning. Activity may continue into this evening before slowly diminishing tonight. In terms of wildfire danger, here you go. Generally, moderate to very high wildfire danger today and tomorrow across most of the state. And then Wednesday, we're going to start drying out. Temperatures are going to start increasing. Humidities are going to drop. The fire danger is going to go back up to the extreme category, even with some rain we had yesterday. Keep in mind, we need about a foot of rain to get out of the drought, or at least keeps the surface fuels to a point where they're not going to be combustible after, a day or two of drying. We didn't get that, and we're not going to get that. So by Wednesday, we're going to be back up in the extreme category for the wildfire danger, and that's not going to change until we get a drought-busting rainfall event, and that's not happening this week, let me tell you, because after today, in all likelihood, rain chances are going to be dropping back to zero for the rest of the work week. All right, here's high temperature forecast for this week across the state of Texas. You can see this afternoon highs in the 80s across most of the Panhandle, West Texas, the Permian Basin. That's a good 20-degree drop from earlier last week. 90s across Texoma, North Texas, the Arklatex, East Texas. See this, no triple digits there. Might hit 101 in Austin this afternoon, 101 in Bryan College Station, 100 in Houston, 101 in San Antonio, 103 in Victoria, 107 around Corpus Christi. That's nasty. 106 in McAllen. So y'all are still hotter than a hot dog, but here we go into tomorrow. We'll cool it off a little bit. 90s. Austin, San Antonio, the Brazos Valley. About 102 in Corpus Christi, 103 in McAllen. And then here's Wednesday. We're going to start slowly warming back up, but we are not going to see a return of the record high temperatures of 105, 110 plus like we did last week and over this past weekend. Here is Thursday. Triple digits starting to return a bit across North Texas, the hill country. Yes, it's going to be hot, but, let's be honest here. 100 is still better than 110. And then here is Friday, and then this upcoming weekend, we're probably going to see a return of the triple digits across Texoma, North Texas, down into, most of the state. But again, we're not looking at a return of the record high temperatures in terms of all-time records being threatened, the 110s, etc. Hopefully, we are mostly done with that. And that climatologically makes sense as we get into September. But, yeah, we're not done with summer. So enjoy the cool down while you can, because clearly summer is far from over. It will end eventually, but it's not going to be this week. So, all right, again, we do have multiple storm chasers heading out to Florida this morning. They're going to get set up and in a safe location before the landfall occurs on Wednesday. We'll have live streaming video of that on probably Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday on the Texas Storm Chasers YouTube channel, on their website and mobile app. We'll have a video briefing for meteorologist Jason Cooley on the Texas Storm Chasers side of things around lunchtime today for Idalia. In terms of the weather here in the state of Texas, again, not going to have any issues from Hurricane Idalia or Franklin. So that's good, especially since we're probably going to have to send help out east in a couple days. I think that's probably a given at this point. So, all right, we'll be keeping an eye on things. We'll be talking to y'all more. Texas weather side of things. We'll have the next Texas weather roundup out bright and early by tomorrow. Y'all have a good Monday. Stay cool. Stay dry if you get a shower nearby. Please don't stand under a tree during a thunderstorm. They do have a tendency to get hit by lightning and explode. And we'll talk to y'all later. God bless. Have a good one.